I think it's going to be a very special moment for myself in particular. I've grown a lot as a player because of him. You know, when he was a player here, and also with his time as a coach here. So I also obviously wish him the very best in every other game besides this next one.
When you say you've grown a lot as a player, like, is there something that you can pinpoint that you can say maybe that he definitely helped you with?
Yeah, I think small tendencies. I mean, when I came here, I was 19. The speed of play was a little bit faster for me, and um, you know, him helping me out with understanding my surroundings. Checking my shoulders. The little things that will give me a little bit more time on the ball, and that's something that I'll never forget. So the film sessions that we had, and the improvements that I saw in my game, solely just on the video itself was something that I enjoyed a lot.
Do y'all still talk?
Yeah, we talk from time to time. I obviously wish him the best in games, in big games especially. But when we have a game, he'll wish us good luck as well. But Gonzo's a great person.
The Atlanta lineup can be hard to kind of decipher right now, but two key components on their attacking midfield is Marcelino Moreno and Almada. Just wanted to get your take on how do you control them, how do you minimize their effect?
Well, I think keep them on their weak foot, number one. I think Almada is very right-footed. Moreno likes to dribble, and so eliminating their strengths, right? Understanding how we can keep them to one side once they get the ball, because when they beat that first guy is when they're really effective. So not diving in and being smart defensively when those players get the ball, because they're good players, they're going to find the ball. But if we can eliminate them getting the ball together, that'd be even better.
We started to see some consistency with you next to Albert in the holding midfielder. How do you feel like that's gone?
Yeah, it's been good. I think our whole team is still a work in progress. We've been dealing with injuries and guys in and out of the lineup. But the core group has been essentially the same. So we can't complain too much. But myself and Albert just understanding each other's roles. I'm sitting a little deeper, trying to let him play a little bit more freely, and so hopefully we can get more expected goals in the next game.
And on that note about getting guys back, what's the mental boost of being able to get Raul back out there on the field Tuesday?
Yeah, it's great. You saw it from the very first minute he was on the field, how effective he is on the ball. People don't really understand how good he is when he gets the ball at his feet. So the way he wiggles out of trouble, and keeps defenders really focused on him, and that'll free up a lot of space for Albert and Nico.
Considering the changes that you guys have had, are you trying to maybe want to be that consistent partner with Albert in the middle, just to kind of help out the team? Or, I know you have like Danny and maybe get Obed back at the end of the season. There are other options, but do you want to be the consistent one?
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll change, honestly. It'll be a week-to-week thing. For now, I can see myself being there and being consistent there, but if our expected goals don't go up, then maybe I have to go to right mid, and then Danny or Josh or Obed when he's back can fill that role. But the thing in right now is we need to not concede goals and play from behind and keep ourselves in games, and then hopefully that expected goals will rise. But I think it really depends on how we're doing offensively.
With the transfer window coming down to an end, as a group, do you find yourself something disappointed that nothing got done, or you're just confident in the group and the continuity that you can build here on out?
No, I mean, I think we're confident here. We had Obed essentially start in that game with when Zhao came down in the Champions League final. He essentially played the heavy minutes in that game. We relied on him. We also can rely on Danny, Josh in that position, Leo Chu out wide, Callan Rowe, Jimmy McGraw. I mean, we have a bunch of guys that can fill roles. So for us, there's no panic. We just need to get results, and we'll be just fine.
You mentioned expected goals a second ago. How much do you and the team subscribe to those kind of deeper analytics stats?
Yeah, it's something that we look at. Obviously, it doesn't really it doesn't tell the full story, but expected goals is something that is vital to our team. We want to be generating chances, and if our expected goals are high, we're usually in a good spot. So expected goals against is something that we also need to lower as well.
I have an offbeat kind of question for you. Alex said that he does try to stand near you for starting lineup photos, maybe to possibly look back at it, the games you played. Do you know that, or is that something that you try and also do as far as those starting lineup photos go?
No, now I'm starting to think though. I think I think he usually is right next to me every time. But it's special. It's something that we can't take for granted. I think that's really cool that he does that. I'll make sure that I do my part as well.
What do you think of those type of photos? I mean, it's right before you go out there, like, even like CONCACAF, like the final game, it's like y'all get up, but then you got to take a photo and then go out. I mean, is it weird at all to do that?
Not necessarily. I mean, I think it's more of a tradition thing. I think in soccer you want to see lineups, and when you look back at history and you look back 5 years ago, you see that you played. You won a game with maybe a depleted lineup, and it's a little extra special seeing that photo. So I think it's cool, and it's a bit of a tradition.